waiting on people to join, I want to remind you to go to coopedup.com. That's my website. Follow me on Instagram at I'm Cooped Up. And if you have a notification bell that you can see somewhere on here, click the bell and you'll get notified anytime I go live. Also, I have an update. Hey, Mama, I have an update also. A lot of people have been telling me, Carrie's going to make fun of me for saying that. A lot of you have been asking, a lot of people, that's what bloggers and stuff say. But it's true. A lot of people have been telling me that you watch this after we're not live anymore. And you'll have it kind of going in the background or in the car. Some people listen to it in the car or whatever. And so to help with those folks, I am also going to start putting all of these Cooped Up lives on your podcast platform of choice. It's already on Spotify. It's already on, I think Apple is reviewing it, Google. There's a whole bunch of them out there. And it should be by the end of the weekend on there. And then I'll start loading these after I do them to that, so that if you want to just subscribe to it that way and listen to it, if you're not a live viewer, I'd love to see you live, but if you're not a live viewer, that you can still listen in. You might miss some of the physicality of it, and you won't see my gorgeous hair, which is not so gorgeous today. Or that I have a ice cube in my wine because we forgot to refrigerate the wine earlier today. And so I was like, shit, this wine's not very cold. Hey, Sandy, good to see you. Sandy, by the way, your photo with your Santa hat was so cute on social earlier. So we are in full tilt with getting shipments to the house. I tell you, we've got so much fucking cardboard at this house right now. I don't know what to do with all of it. Honestly, we keep filling up the recycling can and then we have no room to do anything else. I feel guilty about throwing it away, so I don't know. It is bulk trash week, so we may put it all on the curb. But then we've had people yelling at us because they found one of our boxes like in their yard because the trash truck, it flew out or something, and they acted like I personally laid a box with my name on it in their yard. People just get mad about the dumbest shit. So I don't know what to do about all the cardboard. I mean, maybe we save it and we just kind of keep putting it in the recycling can. What is your advice? Where do you take cardboard if you have a ton of it? So a lot of people have asked, quote unquote, my own subconscious spoke. I'll make fun of that statement too. I know Carrie and I make fun of that brutally when we see, hey, a lot of y'all been asking where I got, or a lot of y'all have been blah, blah, blah. You know, it cracks me up. And so I'm equally guilty of it, obviously. Anyway, so give me some advice on how to get rid of like 3 tons of cardboard. It's so much. And it's so, I mean, and between just all, and it says, I flatten it and put it in my recycling bin for the city is what Michelle is saying. That's what I do too. But we have so much of it that it is filling up the recycling bin week after week after week. Plus we got the cardboard from this. That's a lot of cardboard right there too. The box wine and just the normal recycling stuff. We empty the trash can and the recycling can every day, and they are both full every day. We are trashy people, obviously. So just trying to figure out what to do with it, to be a good citizen, you know, all these things. You like the sweater? This is not so I have 2 of them that are similar to this. The other one is a little bit more periwinkle, and I like it better. But I went to put it on this morning, and a fucking moth had eaten like right there, right in the center of my chest. Big old moth hole. Pissed off. They love the cashmere. They love the cashmere. And in these old, I have every tool possible to keep moths away. I have little sachets. I've got blah, blah, blah. The only thing we don't have is a cedar closet. And I'm not sure, I'm not gonna build one of those. I've got like planks of cedar hanging in the closet. Like, damn moths, exactly, Sandy. Just drive me. And it's always my favorite sweaters that they get. And also, it could be that I wear my favorite sweaters more often, so they're probably a little dirtier, and they may be more delicious to the moths because they have more like body oils and stuff. I don't know what moths eat. But I don't wash, obviously you don't wash cashmere every time you wear it, and especially if it's an outer layer. I just like maybe at the end of each season, I do the what's the thing called? It's not Febreze. It's you put it in the dryer and it's like dry cleaning your clothes in the dryer. You put it in there and it's in a bag and there's this like sopping wet like rag that you put in with it. And it basically is at home dry cleaning. I do that with all my sweaters, and then I put them in vacuum sealed stuff after that. But then I take them out and put them in the drawers and or on the shelf or whatever, and that's when they get eaten. So let's see. And I find my sweater holes came from the cleaners. I would like I would 409 or Lysol a surface and it ate a hole over time. Yeah, maybe that's what it is too. Maybe it's just weakening the stuff. And a hole in the midsection of my sweater may be more to do with tension than it does chemicals. Yeah. Eric, congratulations. Eric is an investor in a car wash, his first car wash. He is going to be a car wash magnate someday, and it opened today. So if you are in Dallas, it's at Keast and Polk, which is down in Oak Cliff, and the first 1,000 cars to come through are washed for free. What's it called? Spot Clean, Puppy Clean. It's got a dog like giving a thumbs up or something. Spot Clean, I think, is what it's called. So, and yes, Diane, he is partners with Chad in that because he and Chad are like super besties. Dryel is what it's called, Michelle. Thank you. Dryel. That's what I use to like my sweaters and stuff that just need to have all of that. Snap dry clean, or a Snap rather, is the name of the car wash. Snap Car Wash. I'm all over the place, and I actually don't even. My brain is so fried right now. I don't know why. I think it's because everybody wants something from me right now. Is that I don't remember what I called it before until you corrected me that it was Snap. That's how. Did I say Spot Clean? I think maybe it's Snap Clean. And Terry Walker wants to know if they're gonna have a bar at that car wash. That's my kind of car wash. I've noticed a lot of car washes popping up recently. Forever there was like no car washes anywhere. I don't know. Did the city rules change on like how they work? Did a new technology come out? Is there something must have changed because I feel like there's car washes being built all over the place, and I am there for it because I'm so sick of driving everywhere to find a car wash. And Eric is saying there will be when I'm there, a bar. Have bar will travel. Have y'all noticed any? Like at the beginning of the pandemic, there were all these supply chain issues where they were just running out of everything. Part of it was because there was just a run on like toilet paper and stuff. Some of it was just weird shit though, like truck tires for our RV, and they weren't running out of truck tires because more RVs were being sold. They were running out of it because the factories that were making the truck tires were getting hit by COVID so hard that they had to shut down. Right. Same with like mobile homes, RVs, like all these factories in Iowa where all the meth heads are making shit. They're all getting COVID. No offense to Iowa, Eric, but it's true. They're all getting COVID and they're having to shut these factories down. And even many of my clients are in the building materials industry, they're having some supply chain issues because their production facilities aren't able to keep up with demand, first of all, and dealing with all the COVID stuff. But the weirdest shit is out now. So I don't know if I told you, I bet that's a package being delivered at the door. Like a couple months ago, maybe, like popcorn. There was like no popcorn to be had at any of the stores I went to, microwave popcorn, just random shit. And so today we did an order, like a pickup order from Walmart, and they were out of club soda, and they were also out of Nutella. And then I checked with Amazon Fresh, they're also out of club soda and Nutella. Like really, really specific things for them to be out of, but like weird coincidence. And then I was gonna check Tom Thumb, but I probably got something shiny came up and I got distracted. But isn't that weird? Have y'all found that like just really, really random things like club soda? Why Is there like a carbon dioxide shortage or something? I don't know actually what they carbonate it with, but like that Todd drinks club soda like crazy. Hmm. Um, let's see. What else? What the hell else do we have to do, Cooper? Wash the cars. I know. So I signed up. I love you, Eric. Your car wash is a little too far for me for an everyday car wash. So I have a monthly membership to Fuel City, which is just across the river from our house. Like literally, like I can go get the car washed and come back, and it's like 15 minutes later, maybe. And it's $30 a month. It's unlimited car washes. I'm like, I was never that person. My car used to be just like it was like the pig pen of cars, like the gnats and the dust flying around it. Now I go like twice a week because it lets me get out of the house, see something, drive through, no contact, and I get my car washed like twice a week. So I don't know. It's like, what the hell else are we gonna do? Exactly. It's like my lunch break thing. That and watching Designing Women. We're on the final season, by the way, of Designing Women. We finally made it to the end. We're in that season when because back up for those of you who don't remember or don't know. Todd and I have started watching an episode of Designing Women every day as we eat lunch with each other. The most homosexual thing possible other than actual gay sex that we could be doing with each other. We're watching Designing Women, and we're on season 7 now. Seasons are really long back in the olden days, like 25, 26 episodes. We're on season 7, which is where only Julia and Mary Jo are the only original characters. There's Charlene, who is Carlene, who is Charlene's sister, who is on it, and then Julia Duffy, who played Allison, is not on it anymore. Worst character ever. I did not like Julia Duffy. Like, why was she such a great actress of the 80s? She's horrible. I don't like her. But it's got BJ, the character on it, who is played by, damn it, I can't remember her name, but she's from Texas, and she's got a big old drawl, and everything is like a one-liner. And so I like her a lot in this one season. But it's coming to an end, and it's the one where they do a trip to Vegas, and it's a two-parter. In the first part, Anthony ends up married at the end of it. Spoiler alert. I'm spoiling a show from 1993. And but yeah, I don't know what we're gonna do. Switch over to Designing Women or to Golden Girls? I don't know. Um, so is club soda the same as tonic water? It's not. I have learned that lesson. You can have a vodka soda or a vodka tonic, and they're very different things. There's a different flavor that goes with them. And I am not a professional coupon, but I have a TP supply like those gals. Yes. So I have a toilet paper supply like them too, because I do that subscribe and save from Amazon where you just get it like every month, and we can't keep up like the amount that we're getting. And finally I had to put everything on pause because I have enough Tide Pods to last me until the kids go to college. I have enough dryer sheets that they will probably inherit to some. I've got toilet paper, like so much toilet paper. Paper towels is the only one where we'll get a little ahead, but then we catch up because we use a shit ton of paper towels in this house. And then just other random stuff. I had self tanner on that. I had to pull it off because I got like 5 bottles of L'Oreal self tanner, gradual self tanner, which is fantastic, by the way, but I don't need 5 bottles of it. And also it goes bad at some point. Since many of your clients are in building material, any of them specialize in tiny home building. So none of them are in building, they're in the materials, and we have provided materials. We do product placements on a lot of TV shows. That's actually one of the big things that we do. HGTV, Discovery Channel, all these kinds of things. And we've done a lot of those tiny homes. I actually have personally decorated a tiny home, not intentionally. So they were filming an episode of Tiny House Nation here in Dallas, and my friend Kim Lewis is one of the forever friend. Kim Lewis, she was on Extreme Makeover Home Edition, which we've had clients on every single episode of Extreme Makeover Home Edition, the first one and the current one since the pilot in like 2004 maybe. And so Kim used to be on that show. She was making a show here. She's the design producer. And Nina, Todd's sister, and Nina used to work for me, and we went down to, it was in Lancaster, I think is where they were filming it. And we went down there, and Kim is like, and we're like, what's wrong? What's going on? She's like, all of my design staff team went out last night and had some sort of food, and they are all sick with food poisoning right now. And we need to stage this house today, like finish it. And they're all sick. And Nina and I are like, we'll do it. So I literally have staged a home for a television show, as has Nina. And I actually have a vest to prove it. I have a puffer vest that is a giant white paint splotch on the back, because 6.5 feet tall and big is not made for tiny homes. I was running into everything, and it was a freshly painted wall that I backed into, and I have a splotch, and it's kind of a badge of pride, if you will. Great. Yeah, Michelle's saying tonic is bitter and rank. Yeah, tonic has a bitter taste, but if you drink it with vodka, I mean, that is that. And Monica's saying, I thought you hated paper towels. I don't hate paper towels. I hate paper napkins. I hate paper plates. I hate paper towels. I don't mind, like for drying your hands, wiping shit down, all of that kind of stuff. The utilitarian kind of thing. I don't like paper napkins, and I despise paper plates. I have had to compromise on that since the RV, because the RV does not have a dishwasher, nor does it have a garbage disposal. And so washing dishes and stuff is not the easiest thing. Anyway, how did the pillow creases look? I have no idea what you're asking on that. The pillow creases. I'm not sure what that meant. I can't wait for the car wash to open across from the Aldi on Fort Worth Avenue. I know, Jody, right? We go to Fuel City though, but that's going to be super close to you. There is a time this summer when new appliances were scarce in supply because they were missing some of the parts necessary to build them because of COVID. Yes, there's a lot of that was happening with the supply chain. Like there'd just be one thing that was made at a certain factory somewhere, or like in China or whatever, and it had to come in, and they couldn't finish them. That is so great. And my husband bought a SodaStream, and he loves it. Was having a hard time finding his club soda. I have to keep that in mind. I need to research again though, because SodaStream had a really, really, really bad like environmental record or something when it first launched. Like there was some really negative stuff out there about it. I don't know if they've corrected that since. It's been years. But hey, SodaStream, if you want to send me one to try out, I'm not going to be opposed to that. SodaStream. If I say it enough, maybe they'll hear it and see it. So anyway, let's see what else. Mark thinks that paper plates and paper napkins are totally white trashy. I wouldn't go that far. I mean, I'm pretty much in that same class, but and I don't mean class like white trash class. I mean like same classroom, same school of thought as Mark. Here's my thought on it. So we eat on plates, regular old like porcelain plates, whatever they are. I don't know what they're made out of. Porcelain, I think. I don't like the feeling of paper. Like I want dinner, even if we're having fucking hot dogs or takeout or pizza, I don't want the flimsiness of it. I think when you're camping or whatever, it's different. And people are like, but I don't want to do the dishes. Well, I don't want to take out the fucking trash either. Rinse off a dish and throw it in the dishwasher. Plates are like the easiest thing, and forks are like the easiest things to wash. If you got a dishwasher, just throw them in there and just turn it on. You're good to go. Let's see. Oh, I get it now. The staging question. You don't know pillow creases. You weren't a pro stager. Way to pitch hit. Yes, you have to karate chop the decorative pillows. Tiny homes do not. One of the things about tiny homes is that they do not have a lot of shit in them. So I don't think there were very many decorative pillows in this tiny home. I'm hiding in my in-laws' guest bath in order to listen. They're going to wonder what I'm doing for 30 minutes. Ooh, tell them it was a bad one. Do not go in there. And another, my God, another kitchen appliances show will make me buy SodaStream. Yes, I need to put an affiliate link on that so I can get some money off of it. You know, talking about the air fryers the other day, I think I made like $40 on y'all buying air fryers. And I'm not recommending it so that I can make money, but I'm like, if y'all are buying it and I'm talking about it, might as well throw an affiliate link in there. Literally, I made like $40 on air fryer commission. So thank you for your loyalty and your fandom. And I don't know what I bought for $40, but um, I heard there is something in tonic water that helps with COVID symptoms, like taking zinc and vitamin C. I don't know. There's plenty of tonic water. We ordered that also. Got tons of that because Todd likes gin and tonics, and and Aaron would go that far. Do not go. Oh, what did I eat? Need to take to the your bed chambers for a little rest and recuperation. So and could not agree with you more on the China plates. We also use paper. I mean, no, not paper. I use fabric napkins also. Every meal has a placemat under it. Placemat can sit on the table for a good week, 2 weeks if you're not too messy. Don't have to change it all the time. Paper or a fabric napkin, you can use that for a week if you're not a pig, and then you just wash them. It just makes it just such a more of a dining, more of an occasion. And it doesn't take that much effort, folks. That is literally, if I'm gonna leave you with anything, Martha Stewart, Ina Gartenish, or whatever, it's meals, even shitty meals, feel so much better when they're eaten on a porcelain plate, a china plate, with an actual fork and a paper. I keep saying paper, a cloth napkin and a placemat. Love it. And yes, I am bougie like that. Something random that Carrie and I were talking about today is somehow it came up about like being a celebrity in Australia and about how weird that is because like Kylie Minogue and her sister, Kylie is big here too, but her sister, can't remember her name, are really big there. There's a lot of celebrities that are like huge because like they have their own like media ecosystem there, right? They have their own TV shows, they have their own stations, all that. They import a lot of our stuff, but they have all their like people are like tremendously famous in Australia. Well, I Googled it. They have almost the same population, like within a couple million, of the state of Texas. So that would be like being a celebrity in the state of Texas. And everyone in Australia lives like on one part of it. The rest of it's just godforsaken land. But it would be like being a media superstar, bazillionaire in Texas. I could deal with that. I really could. I mean, even when I lived in Germany, there were huge German stars. And then the Dutch TV had huge Dutch stars. And granted, Germany is smaller than Texas, like half the size of Texas physically or geographically, but I think it has like 4 times the population. Think about that. But even then, just big fish in a little pond. I am a-okay with being a big fish in a little pond. I had this conversation years ago. Gloria Campos, who is a former TV anchor here in Dallas, she was still on the air, and she's from the Valley like I am. She and I are friends. And I was talking to her about like being a local celebrity is what we were talking about. She being the local celebrity. And she said something like, it's pretty awesome. Like you get treated really, really well in your own town, like where you live. You don't have like the raving fan, like there's no paparazzi, there's no like stalkers and stuff really. She's like, but then, and you make a lot of money too, but then you can go elsewhere and just be like anybody else. And you're not in Italy and people are like ruining your vacation. You're not in Disney World and people are ruining your vacation. Being from Dallas, you might run into some people who see you and they're like, hey, Gloria. But like she was like, being a local celebrity is like the best thing ever. I could sign on for that. I really could. Valerie wants me to say Gloria Campos again. That's how you say it, Gloria Campos. My kids make fun of me. But Mason, it drives him nuts the way I pronounce enchiladas, all these things, tamales, because I was raised on the border, and I got bullied like crazy, and certainly I did not want to be bullied for the way I said things. So all of these things, I say all of the Spanish pronunciations the way that they say them in the Valley, on the border, practically in Mexico, right? And I don't even do it on purpose. I don't do it. It sounds like so weird. my late best friend Brian, who passed away like 5 or 7 years ago from brain cancer, he used to make fun of me, and he actually called it the Gloria Campos syndrome, but he didn't say it that way. Um, and I'd like to order a chicken burrito. Valerie. Oh, this Latina can laugh. I needed that. Yes. Yeah, my kids make fun. I mean, I embarrass them. We go to Gloria's, like the restaurant, and they make fun of me because I'm like, I'll have an enchilada. I can't think of the carne de res asada, all these things. And they're like, Dad, why do you have to say it that way? I'm like, that's how you say it. That's literally, I can't say, I'll have the carne de res asada. Like that sounds ridiculous to me. So I have always been one of those, I'm not gonna say over pronunciators. It is proper pronunciation to say these things that way. So, and why aren't you on the Real Housewives of Dallas? They tried. I'm not kidding. They tried. I don't want that. That's what Cynthia Isaguirre is one that I cannot say. There's too many in that. So, and just don't say Ibiza. No, I do Mexican pronunciation, not Catalan or whatever it is. And ask Todd if he's tried the Operngen. I have not had. I'll ask him. I don't know. He likes Hendrix a lot. It has some rosemary in it. Hendrix is like a big go-to. And then what's the one? Bombay Sapphire, I think. Is that the one in the blue bottle? Like super classic, like famous forever. And Aaron is saying, we do not use paper towels at all. Terry cloth towels for cleaning and cloth napkins for dining. Just throw in the wash. Yeah, so I am not 100% there. I'm not doing it for ecological reasons. Girls and boys, I live in a very large house. We have 5 cars, most of which are huge gas guzzlers. Like, I am not the most ecologically minded person. I do the basic things. I try to recycle. I turn the water off when I brush my teeth. When Dallas has water restrictions, we just water at 2 a.m. Like, I'm not gonna lie that we don't pretend to be the most ecologically minded people. So I'm paper towels for cleaning and stuff, 100%. That is my thing. We do use towels, like kitchen towels and stuff, but then kitchen towels gross me out because you end up using them and touching them, and then you don't remember what you touched with the same towel, and you don't want to use it just once. And yeah, so anyway. And then Michelle is saying, I had weight loss surgery and get hungry and must eat every hour and a half, every 2 hours. I have to use paper plates and paper napkins or I'd be washing dishes 24/7. And I'm not white trash. Why don't you just put them in, like when you eat, just put it in the dishwasher. And then when the dishwasher's full, run the dishwasher. And then unload it, or just, I don't know. Granted, I have 2 little slaves that I can use kids have chores now. Or actually, we don't call them chores, we call them responsibilities, because chores sound bad. Everyone has a responsibility, and the kids each have the nightly responsibility. One of them loads and one of them unloads, and it switches every week which one. Do y'all watch The Masked Singer? I love that show. I think it is so inventive. I think it is so over the top in their emotions. I don't want to like Jenny McCarthy, but I love her on that show. I love Ken Jeong. He's so good. Just ridiculous. Scherzinger, Nicole Scherzinger. I think she thinks she's a bigger deal than she is. Maybe she is. Maybe that's really inside baseball. Do not understand the appeal of Alan Thicke. Robin Thicke. Is that his name? The one who did Blurred Lines and like copied the song and all that stuff. He's one of the producers, worthless on that. And then Nick Cannon. Oh, Nick Cannon. I got a thing. I like Nick Cannon a lot. Let's just put it that way. And even though I think he's a little crazy, but that show, the costume, Robin Thicke is his name. The costumes are so inventive, but I did not watch. I watched maybe 3 episodes this season, and then I just saw an article like 2 nights ago or 2 days ago that the winner was crowned, like that they did it. They're so good at also just keeping your attention because you only see them each a couple of times, and then they bring on a whole new crew. I'm not going to tell you who won. but that show is either washed up celebrities, which I think is the case with this one, the one who won, who should have been a bigger star, but she fucked it up. I will say it was a woman. Um, or it's like really obscure people like Lil Wayne. I had no idea who Lil Wayne was until I Googled it, and that was last season. And then there's always like, oh, YouTube influencer star, whatever. I'm like, I have no idea who that is. But they're all rattling these names off like they know exactly who these people are. So, but I might have to go back and watch. I think we have it on the recording. So, back in the day, I used to go over to Alan Thicke's house when he was married to Gloria. What's her name? Oh, name dropping. Michelle's name dropping her Hollywood stories. I love it. I love it. Y'all would play the guitar. It was magical. And Robin versus Alan Thicke, LOL. One was the down on growing pains. One cheated on his wife and went on an apology tour trying to get her back. So the same. That's just saying. And Crystal, I will tell Todd about that. Ophir? I don't know. I'm gonna spell it for him. Ophir. And let's see. That's I think I have like these 3 topics that I've been wanting to talk about, but none of them are important enough to be highlights. And I'm like going over time here. I'm like Andrew Dice Clay just randomly popped into my head the other day and was thinking about him. How precious was it that we thought that was like racy humor? Like nowadays, he would be like Disney Channel after 8:00. It just this. What was it? Jack and Jill went up the hill to fetch a pail of water. Jack teamed down to boom. I don't remember what the actual thing was, but it was oh, wasn't that his thing? My mom actually let us watch that all the time. Andrew Dice Clay. Let's see. I don't like voice recognition because it always gets everything messed up. I don't know what that means, but you must be doing text, like voice to text typing. 2 other things, just real quick, just get them off my list so that they're not on anymore. I was talking to a friend whose son is in band and plays trombone, and they're playing it in school right now. They live way out in the suburbs where COVID obviously does not exist, and they're playing band, but their band interest. So he's playing the trombone, and the trombone has to have a face mask on the end of it. So they got face masks to play the trombone that have slits in them, so they can put the thing through. But the interesting thing is the end of the horn, the end of the trombone has a shield on it, like a almost like a cheesecloth thing or whatever. Things I would have never thought about. I played trumpet originally, and then that was so competitive, and I was always the best of the worst. I was like first chair of the loser band. So then I switched to French horn, which guaranteed, because there weren't enough French horns, that I guaranteed me to be in the symphony and do all the fun things that the kind of the varsity band did. And so I played French horn, but I can't imagine putting a little thing over the end of it for French horn. French horns are so fucking long and so hard to play that I bet the air that's in that French horn is from like 5 days ago. Like it's just a trombone condom. A trombone condom. Oh, that is so funny. And Valerie, you did used to watch Richard Pryor as a teenager. Yeah, I don't know if we saw that, but we did. I watched Saturday Night Live with my mom. My mom and I would watch Saturday Night Live, and my dad. And so my parents divorced when I was in kindergarten, and so right after kindergarten. And so I can remember watching Saturday Night Live with my mom even then, and my dad did not like it. So obviously, like she is 100% where I get my humor from. I've said that before. But Andrew Dice Clay and all of that. And Michelle has horrible stories about Richard Pryor. I'm sure you do, honey. I cannot wait to hang out with you and hear all of them. And then last thing on the list, it was on Saturday Night Live. I bet that's another fucking delivery here. That's the doorbell ringing. Dionne Warwick has gotten on Twitter. It was on Saturday Night Live this weekend, and she is posting the most like non sequitur things on Twitter. It is sort of like take it away from her, but also let her keep doing it because it's awesome and it's so much better than what the Orange Clown has been tweeting like crazy. But supposedly Dionne Warwick and Wendy Williams are in some sort of beef. And Wendy Williams is like, she hates me. She comes on the show, uses the show. I'm fine with that because that's what the show's for. But then it's over and she's like, get away from me, bitch. Like literally, she says that about Dionne Warwick. And Dionne Warwick is basically like, get my name out of your mouth. Crazy. If you're on Twitter, which I'm actually not on Twitter, I technically am, but I'd never use it. I don't like Twitter. But the stuff that I've seen about it is hilarious. Dionne Warwick, that was actually the very first music video I ever saw at home. I had seen some videos like at the roller skating rink or at other places like restaurants or whatever. But the very first music video I ever saw in our own home was, we lived in Uvalde. We lived on the outskirts of Uvalde, Texas, and in a rock house. And I remember we had just moved in. I think we got cable like for the first time in our lives, and VH1 was on. And I can remember specifically walking from the kitchen into the living room, and VH1 was on, and it was the Dionne Warwick video with Stevie Wonder and I think Gladys Knight and Elton John. That's what friends are for. Keep smiling, keep shining, knowing you can always count on me. For sure. I won't make y'all listen to the whole thing. But that is burned in my mind as the very first music video I ever saw in my home, like on a television. That wasn't in like a special place. Thriller I'd already seen because I saw Thriller at the roller skating rink. I'd seen maybe another video like at the movie theater or something like that. But that's what Friends Are For was the song that is burned in my mind as the very first at-home music video. And I actually tweeted that because I'm not on Twitter very much, but I did tweet that one time a million years ago, and Dionne Warwick liked it. I was like, yeah, full circle moment there. So anyway, okay, with that, I'm gonna see if y'all. I think I've answered everything that y'all are talking about. With that, I'm gonna say have a great weekend. I love you. It is important to know you are loved. I love that you watch this. This is my daily therapy. Saturdays and Sundays are for shit because I don't have y'all to talk to and vent and interact with and all of that. I appreciate you very much. Hey, Tanya. That's what friends are for. That is Tanya Martinez right there is a friend of mine from junior high in Donna, Texas. Been around forever. We used to try to get her brother and my sister to match up and be a little boyfriend girlfriend situation. So anyway, great seeing your name. Thank you. What was I going to say? All right, so have a great weekend, and I will see you on Monday next week. As a reminder, I am doing Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Carrie will be here on Wednesday, and then Thursday and Friday I'm going to take off. So it will be a short week next week. Also, if you are watching this afterwards and you just want to listen to it as a podcast or whatever, I'm going to be putting all of these on the podcast platform of your choice. They're going to be on all of them. And I'll keep you posted on that. But there's already some that are starting to kind of percolate out there. So go look for Cooped Up. Shit Koopa says, shit with the exclamation mark instead of an I. Got to keep it clean. And anyway, with that, I will talk to you later. Love y'all. See you Monday. Bye.